I wasn't invited to my brother's wedding. My wife doesn't want you there, she thinks you're pathetic. So I cancelled his honeymoon, sold his home, and cut him off for good. My sister-in-law thinks I'm pathetic. That's what my brother Kyle spat out the moment I asked why I wasn't invited to his wedding. I'm Danielle Morrison, 36 years old, and 20 years of sacrifice just detonated in my face. Let me paint you the picture of why this betrayal cuts so deep. When our mom Patricia died in a head-on collision on Route 66, Kyle was 12 and I was 21. I walked away from UCLA, moved back to Phoenix, and became his entire world. I waitressed at TGI Fridays on weeknights, sold life insurance during the day, whatever it took to keep him fed, clothed, and dreaming. His mechanical engineering degree from Arizona State? Paid in full. Graduation gift? A $280,000 townhouse in Scottsdale's Old Town District, title still in my name. I even built a $42,000 study abroad fund for that semester in Barcelona he'd been obsessing over since high school. Last Tuesday, mid-morning coffee at Starbucks, Instagram blindsided me. There was Kyle in a charcoal gray suit, kissing a blonde I'd met exactly once, caption screaming "Best day of my life starts now." My hand trembled so violently the grande caramel macchiato nearly crashed to the floor. I dialed 6 times before someone answered. A voice on speakerphone snarled, "Danielle, back off. You're suffocating him. Honestly? It's pathetic." My brother didn't say a single word. Before this whole situation explodes, hit that subscribe button and smash the like if you're ready for the ultimate family implosion. The call dropped. Blood roared in my ears. One crystal-clear thought formed: if I'm pathetic for caring, my brother and his new bride are about to crash without my safety net. Last Tuesday morning, while grabbing my usual order at the Starbucks on Camelback Road, my phone buzzed. I opened Instagram automatically and froze. There was Kyle Morrison, sharp in that charcoal suit, wrapped around a woman in flowing ivory, Brittany Chase, the lifestyle blogger he'd started dating 8 months ago. The photo captured them mid-kiss under Edison bulbs, her diamond sparkling. Caption read, "Forever starts today with my soulmate." My stomach dropped straight through the floor. No warning text, no phone call, nothing. I knew they were serious, but marriage? Without telling me? I set down my macchiato, screen still glowing accusingly. Scrolled through the comments, friends congratulating them, heart emojis flooding the feed. One post linked to a full album, ceremony shots, vows, cake cutting. Everything had happened yesterday at some rooftop venue in downtown Tempe. I hit call. Straight to voicemail. Again. Voicemail. Third attempt, fourth, same result. By the 6th try, my thumb hovered before pressing down hard. This time it rang twice before connecting. A woman's voice answered, sharp and annoyed, clearly on speaker. "What now?" "Put Kyle on," I said, keeping my voice level despite the volcano building inside. Brittany laughed, short, cold, dismissive. "Oh, it's you. Listen, Danielle, Kyle's exhausted. We literally just got back from the reception, and he doesn't need you creating drama right now." I gripped the phone tighter. Creating drama? I didn't even know there was a wedding. ACT 2, the confrontation, 550 words. Silence stretched for 3 heartbeats. Then Brittany's voice turned arctic. "Because I didn't want you there. You hover over him like he's still some helpless kid, always inserting yourself into everything, paying for things just to maintain control. It's pathetic, honestly." Kyle agrees, he's exhausted by it. My breath caught in my throat. He said that. Another pause. Then Kyle's voice emerged in the background, muffled but audible. "Brittany, just give me the phone." She didn't. Instead, she raised her volume deliberately. "See? Even now you're making demands. We're married, Danielle. Adults. We don't need your approval or your money anymore." I leaned against the Starbucks counter, voice dropping low. "The townhouse you're probably unpacking in right now? That's financed by me. Monthly mortgage payment comes straight from my Wells Fargo account. And that Barcelona study fund? $42,000 I scraped together over 7 years for his postgraduate semester abroad. That's mine too." Brittany snorted derisively. "Please. Kyle's got brand partnerships lined up. My Instagram just hit 180,000 followers. Companies are throwing collaboration deals at us left and right. We'll cover the townhouse ourselves. Transfer the title whenever you're ready. As for the fund, consider it an early wedding gift. We're cashing out next month for the honeymoon. Gift? I'd worked double shifts for years building that fund. So that's your play? Cut me out, insult me, then expect me to keep funding your lifestyle. Kyle finally spoke, closer to the phone now. Sis, Brittany's right. You've done a lot, yeah, but it always comes with strings attached. I'm 27. I don't need you micromanaging my life anymore. Strings? After everything? Micromanaging? Kyle, I raised you after Mom died. Paid for your entire college education, the townhouse down payment. Brittany cut in sharply. Exactly. Always the martyr speech. It's exhausting to watch. Kyle needs space, and I'm giving him that. Don't call again unless you're ready to congratulate us properly. The line crackled with tension thick enough to choke on. I tried one final time. Kyle, talk to me. Alone. He hesitated, then sighed heavily. There's nothing else to say, sis. Brittany knows what's best for us now. Brittany jumped back in triumphantly. Hear that? We're a team. Your era is over. Goodbye, Danielle. Click. The call ended. I stared at the screen, call log showing 6 attempts, 1 connection, 0 resolution. Coffee forgotten. I grabbed my Jeep keys. The townhouse was 18 minutes away in rush hour traffic. I slid into the driver's seat, engine roaring to life, and headed straight for Old Town Scottsdale. The drive blurred, red lights, honking horns, my mind replaying her words on an endless loop. Pathetic. Control. Strings. Every mile fueled the fire building inside me. By the time I pulled into the guest parking spot beneath their building, the Arizona sun hung low, casting long shadows across the Spanish tile facade. I marched to the elevator, punched the floor number, and steeled myself. This conversation wasn't ending over the phone. Not by a long shot. That evening, I parked in front of the townhouse complex in Old Town Scottsdale and killed the engine. Lobby lights spilled across the terracotta pavers as I stepped out, keys still gripped in my fist. I took the elevator up, heart steady but jaw locked tight, and stopped at their door. Knocked 3 times. Firm.
Noche se taschen.
Footsteps inside. Then the door cracked open barely 6 inches. Brittany stood there in Lululemon leggings and an oversized Arizona State hoodie, iPhone in one hand. She didn't move to let me in, just blocked the gap with her entire body. What are you doing here? We're unpacking. I need to talk to Kyle, I said, glancing past her into the open-concept living room stacked with wrapped wedding gifts and matching luggage sets. She rolled her eyes dramatically. Anything you need to say, you can say in front of me. I'm his wife now. Kyle appeared behind her, hair disheveled, still wearing the same button-down from the wedding photos. He rubbed the back of his neck awkwardly. Sis, it's almost 9. Come back tomorrow, okay?
No, y raplia flatly.
We're doing this now. Alone. Brittany crossed her arms over her chest. Not happening. Whatever you need to say, spit it out right here. I looked directly at Kyle, ignoring her entirely. You let her call me pathetic on the phone. You agreed that I control you. Explain that to my face. He shifted his weight uncomfortably, avoiding my eyes. It's not exactly like that. You always act like you know what's best for me, paying bills, planning my future. It makes me feel like I can't stand on my own 2 feet. Stand on your own? I kept my voice level, controlled. Kyle, the townhouse mortgage is $2,400 monthly. That's $310,000 total I've invested, down payment plus monthly payments. The car insurance, the Barcelona fund, all from my accounts. Brittany smirked, her phone now recording subtly at her side. We appreciate the head start, really we do. But Kyle just landed a major influencer partnership today. Energy supplement company, 6 figures over 18 months. My wedding posts already pulled 65,000 likes. We'll refinance the townhouse, pay you back eventually. No more handouts needed. I noticed movement down the hallway. A neighbor in gym clothes peeking out, phone raised, clearly filming this entire exchange. Another door creaked open across the corridor. Voices murmured excitedly. Kyle noticed too and stepped forward defensively. See, this is exactly what I mean. You show up unannounced, turn everything into a scene. Just go home, sis. Brittany leaned against the doorframe casually. Yeah, before this ends up all over TikTok. You don't want to look desperate in front of the whole building, do you? The neighbor's camera light blinked red in my peripheral vision. I heard someone whisper, family fight right after the wedding, this is gold. I held Kyle's gaze steadily. You're okay with this? Her recording, neighbors watching, me shut out like some stranger. He exhaled slowly. It's our life now. We're building something without the safety net. You need to accept it. Brittany added coldly, or don't. Either way, close the door on your way out. The hallway felt smaller suddenly, eyes boring into me from multiple angles. I could push past them, force the issue, make an even bigger scene, but what would that actually prove? I turned deliberately, walked back to the elevator, and pressed the button. Doors slid open immediately, as if the universe itself wanted me gone. As I stepped inside, I caught my reflection in the mirrored wall, calm exterior, absolute storm raging inside. Down in the parking lot, I sat behind the Jeep's steering wheel for a solid minute. The building loomed above, lights flickering on in various windows like watching eyes. If they wanted independence so desperately, fine. I'd give them exactly that. No more payments, no more backup plan. Let them figure out real adulthood without my involvement. Engine started. I pulled out and merged into Scottsdale road traffic, decision locked in permanently. Back home in my Arcadia condo, I opened my MacBook in the home office and launched Excel. I labeled the first column asset, the second value, the third legal owner. Line 1, Old Town Scottsdale Townhouse, $280,000 purchase price, sole title holder Danielle Morrison. Line 2, 529 Education Savings Plan designated for Barcelona semester abroad, $42,000 accumulated, account owner me with Kyle listed as beneficiary only. Line 3, Premium Economy round-trip tickets Phoenix to Barcelona, returning from Madrid, $6,500 total, reservation and payment under my personal American Express. I inserted additional rows for ongoing commitments.
Tao hao hoa phè, $650 môn thi ô tô Grab.
Property tax escrow, $1,800 quarterly. High-speed internet bundled with building amenities, $95 monthly, billed to my account. Even the Spotify family plan, $35 per month, my card on file. The running total crossed $335,000 in direct financial exposure. I saved the workbook as exposure_final and opened a second tab for action steps. Each asset received subcategories, cancellation method, required documentation, estimated timeline, potential penalties. Phone in hand, I scrolled to Samantha Torres, corporate attorney I'd met at a Phoenix Chamber of Commerce mixer 3 years back. Hit call. She picked up, voice thick with sleep. Danielle, it's 10:30. What's wrong? Need a fast legal opinion, I said tersely. Every item on this list is titled or billed solely to me. Can I unwind everything, sell the townhouse, drain the 529, refund the tickets, without giving Kyle or his wife grounds to sue? Papers shuffled on her end. 100%. Sole ownership trumps beneficiary status completely. The 529 withdrawal triggers income tax plus a 10% penalty, but that's your financial hit to absorb. Real estate? Your deed, your decision. List it, sell it, pocket the proceeds. Airline policy typically allows name changes or refunds within 24 hours of booking if you purchased flexible fares. You're legally bulletproof. Any potential loopholes? They could theoretically claim gift intent, but only if you sign something explicitly promising permanence. From what you're describing, no such document exists. Forward me the documentation. I'll review everything tonight. I emailed the spreadsheet, scanned deed, 529 statements, and ticket confirmations. Her response landed in under 12 minutes, ironclad. Use attached templates for banks and airline. For townhouse sale, standard listing agreement applies. Change all passwords immediately. Templates downloaded instantly. The next morning, I called Southwest Airlines first, navigating the automated menu to cancellations. An agent connected after a brief hold. Reservation under Morrison for 2 passengers to Barcelona. $6,500 charged last month. Requesting voluntary cancellation, I said clearly. Both tickets. She typed rapidly. Flexible fare shows 75% refund eligible after processing fees. That's $4,875 back to your original American Express within 7 business days. Shall I confirm? Confirmed. I read off the confirmation code from my email. Process complete, Ms. Morrison. I hung up and checked my bank app, pending credit already noted. Next, the investment firm managing the 529 plan. Logged in, selected full distribution, form requiring reason, owner decision. Submitted with my tax ID. Confirmation email arrived within minutes. $42,000 withdrawal, 10% federal penalty withheld equals $4,200. Net deposit $37,800 to my Chase checking in 5 business days. Account officially closed. Phone call to the realtor I'd used for the original townhouse purchase. Garrett Sullivan answered cheerfully. Danielle Morrison. What can I do for you? List the Old Town Scottsdale townhouse today, I said without preamble. Aggressive pricing, quick close preferred. He pulled comparable sales data immediately. Hot market right now. Similar units pending between $305,000 and $318,000. We could ask $315,000, net you strong returns after commission. Do it. I'll sign digitally. Papers emailed within the hour, listing agreement, disclosure forms, staging recommendations. I approved using photos from the original listing since they just moved in and hadn't changed anything. Property went live on Zillow and Realtor.com by noon. Open house scheduled for that weekend. Auto loan servicer next. Vehicle title to me, payments on auto draft. Cease payments immediately and transfer title to current borrower. Representative processed it efficiently. Title release mailing to address on file. Your brother's responsibility now. Payment stops today. Homeowner's insurance policy on the townhouse, called State Farm. Remove property from coverage effective upon sale date. Adjusted premium prorated, small refund incoming. Spotify Family Plan Manager, opened app, removed Kyle's profile, downgraded to individual. Monthly charge dropped from $35 to $12. Utility companies one by one, APS Electric, Phoenix Water, Southwest Gas. Transfer billing to current resident upon request, or disconnect service if unpaid. Deposits refunded to my account automatically. Final step before lunch, composed a single text message. You wanted independence. I'm granting it fully. No more support of any kind. Do not contact me again. Sent to Kyle's number, then blocked it permanently. Opened Photos app on my iPhone. Selected every picture from his high school graduation forward, deleted entire batch. Contact information scrubbed. Social media follows on Instagram and Facebook, unfollowed, blocked. Afternoon brought immediate inquiries. 3 agents requesting same-day showings. Garrett coordinated virtual tours for out-of-state buyers. Offers trickled in by evening, one at $298,000 cash, another at $308,000 with financing contingency. I countered the cash offer at $312,000, 30-day close. Accepted within 20 minutes. Inspection waived for speed. Earnest money wired same day. Week 2 brought the appraisal, $318,000 valuation. Buyer increased offer to match, covering any potential gap. Closing attorney drafted documents, my signatures all electronic. Week 3, final walkthrough conducted virtually, keys handed to buyer's agent post-funding. Wire transfer hit my account, $289,000 after fees, taxes, and mortgage payoff. Original $280,000 investment returned plus $9,000 profit. All ties completely severed. 4 months later, I was on a Zoom meeting when an unknown Arizona number flashed across my iPhone screen. I muted the call, accepted, and held the phone to my ear. Sniffles came through first, then a broken voice barely above a whisper. "Sis, it's me." Kyle sounded absolutely wrecked. I stepped into my bedroom, closed the door firmly. "How did you get this number?" "Borrowed a co-worker's phone. Please don't hang up." He drew a shaky breath that rattled with tears. Everything fell apart completely. Brittany lied about the brand deals. I leaned against the wall, listening silently. My promotion had come 6 weeks back, senior project manager, corner office, 18% raise. I'd celebrated with a solo road trip through Sedona, hiking Cathedral Rock at sunrise with nobody to answer to. Reconnected with college friends over wine tastings in Jerome, laughed about old memories without family drama shadowing every conversation. "The energy supplement contract?" I asked neutrally. "Total flop," he choked out. They wanted 5 posts weekly, viral challenges, constant engagement. Her first video got 12,000 views, then nothing. Brand pulled the partnership after 45 days. We'd already spent the advance on rent for a bigger condo in Tempe, thinking more deals would roll in automatically. Silence stretched uncomfortably. I pictured him pacing frantically wherever he'd hidden to make this call. "Credit cards completely maxed," he continued miserably. $22,000 spread across 4 accounts, interest compounding daily. Brittany kept saying we'd just pay minimums until the next collaboration materialized. His voice cracked. Then I found hotel receipts last week. Text messages. She'd been seeing her former personal trainer. When I confronted her, she admitted everything, said I was holding her back, too dependent on family money. Packed 2 suitcases and left me with the lease and all the bills. My pulse stayed perfectly even. Last month I'd flown to Seattle for a conference, stayed an extra weekend exploring Pike Place Market alone, joined a local hiking meetup group, started planning a winter trip to Banff. Life had become streamlined. Peaceful. Mine. "I was wrong, sis," he sobbed openly now. "About everything. The wedding, cutting you out, letting her talk to you like that. I see it now, I swear I do." I waited, saying nothing. "Can I crash at your place?" "Just temporarily, I promise. The couch is totally fine. I'll job hunt aggressively, pay rent once I'm back on my feet financially." "No," I said, voice flat and emotionless. "But I have literally nowhere to go." "You built this situation, Kyle. Influencer fantasies. Secret wedding. Personal insults. Handle the consequences yourself." His tears turned to desperate sobs. "Please, Danielle. Family forgives each other, right? That's what family does." "Not this time." I glanced at my Apple Watch, meeting resuming in 3 minutes. "Goodbye, Kyle." I ended the call, blocked the new number immediately, returned to my home office, unmuted the Zoom, and picked up exactly where the team had left off discussing Q4 campaign metrics. Focus remained razor-sharp.
No distractions whatsoever.
That evening, I met former co-workers for happy hour at Postino in Arcadia. Ordered craft cocktails, shared travel photos from Sedona, accepted enthusiastic congratulations on the promotion. My phone stayed silent. Contact list clean. Next weekend, I booked a cabin at Grand Canyon Lodge, solo accommodation, no shared expenses. Packed hiking gear, mapped trails along the North Rim. Felt genuine excitement for the first time in years. Kyle's world had crumbled completely. Mine rebuilt itself stronger than ever. The boundary line stayed permanently drawn. 6 weeks later, Samantha texted a screenshot from Zillow. "Your old townhouse officially closed yesterday. Final sale price $312,000. Wire confirmation followed within hours. Mortgage payoff, commissions, closing fees deducted. Net profit of $9,000 deposited into my Chase account same day. I celebrated quietly, signed a lease on a modern 1-bedroom condo in Central Phoenix. Smaller footprint, 0 emotional baggage attached. Divorce papers surfaced through Arizona public records online. Kyle and Brittany split whatever minimal assets remained, 0 home equity, $22,000 joint credit card debt divided equally. She kept the engagement ring. He kept the Honda Civic title, now repossessed anyway for 4 missed payments. Performance citations appeared in Kyle's employment file at the engineering firm. They let him go after 3 unexcused absences within 2 months. Britney posted increasingly desperate Instagram stories, tearful close-ups of empty closets, captions practically begging for brand collaborations. Her followers turned absolutely vicious: karma for ghosting family, influencer scam exposed, you deserve this. Sponsorships dried up completely. Her profile dropped below 45,000 followers, comments disabled entirely. Kyle bounced between couches, high school friend 1 week, former coworker the next. No stable address, no vehicle, resume gaps widening into chasms. Food bank visits became routine necessity, pride swallowed with every visit. I ignored all of it deliberately. My new place came together beautifully, mid-century desk position facing floor-to-ceiling windows, succulents thriving on the balcony, espresso station stocked with locally roasted beans from Cartel Coffee Lab, weekends filled with hot yoga classes at Core Power, browsing Changing Hands bookstore, volunteer shifts at the Arizona Humane Society. Savings account grew steadily. Promotion bonus invested wisely, travel fund rebuilt for winter skiing in Breckenridge. Boundaries held absolutely firm. Mutual friends occasionally asked for updates on Kyle. I changed subjects immediately. Social media remained scrubbed completely clean, no accidental likes, no profile views, nothing. Peace settled in gradual layers. First came quiet mornings with French press coffee. Then genuine laughter with new social circles who knew nothing about my past. Finally, true contentment living life on my own terms. I'd learned the hardest lesson possible: sacrifice never automatically guarantees gratitude. Ever. Setting firm limits protected personal dignity, it didn't punish love. Family ties severed permanently when basic respect vanished, and rebuilding had to start from rock-solid self-worth alone. Their version of independence carried a devastating price tag: eviction notices, collection agency calls, reputation completely shredded online. My version carried something infinitely more valuable: freedom. Choices unburdened by obligation. A future unwritten by anyone else's expectations. That was the true cost of the independence they demanded so aggressively. To everyone who stayed until the very end, thank you sincerely for listening. These stories resonate because boundaries matter profoundly in real life too. What would you have done in my position? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who needs the reminder that self-respect isn't selfish. See you in the next one.